Hey everyone, and welcome to group break number 128. Today we have a nice little hockey hobby mixer. Well, not little, it's a pretty big mixer. We got 13 boxes here. So, half case of 2021 Series 2 hobby with two 2020 Series 1 hobby boxes and 2020 artifacts in there, and then 2019 Engrained, Ice, Premier, and Chronology. So, a little bit of a good overall mixer. You got your value products with your young guns. You got your, kind of higher end hit potential. And Ice is a sleeper product. Ice has like exquisite rookie patch autos in it, and they're really hard to hit. And same with the Ice Premier's patch autos, but like they're literally some of the best cards all year long. So whenever you have a mixer like this, it's always kind of one else could get something sick from there. But anyways, let's do the randoms. So as always, 3 times on the names, 3 times on the teams. Who you line up with is who you get. I need to get random.org up here. There we go. You get to see this live. There we go. There we go. Here we go. 3 times on the names, 3 times on the teams. Once. Twice. And 3rd time. Miss Jason there. There we go. Got him in. This one. There we go. And teams 3 times. There we go. Once. Twice. Good luck, everybody, on the 3rd time. Dallas on top. Ottawa on the bottom. Yeah, Ottawa's probably one of the teams that you want to see in this. Just in terms of quality and quantity between the years, they're pretty solid. So, especially with Series 2. All right, here we go. David, you got the Dallas Stars. Jared with the Philadelphia Flyers. Ryan, you got the Anaheim Ducks. Robert, you got the Islanders. Corey, you've got the Buffalo Sabres. Tingju, you've got the Detroit Red Wings. Brent, you've got the Columbus Blue Jackets. David, you've got the Colorado Avalanche. Hoping for some of those Makar rookies, and Byram, I guess, as well. Ivy with the Washington Capitals. Dave, you got the Devils. Brooks with the Predators. Derek, you got the Penguins. Edward with the Chicago Blackhawks. TB, you've got the Vegas Golden Knights. Ken with the New York Rangers. Braden with the St. Louis Blues. Alex, you got the Edmonton Oilers. Brendan with the Boston Bruins. Vincent with the Arizona Coyotes. Edward Leung with the Vancouver Canucks. Robert Proctor, you've got the Wild. Kevin Dorich with the Sharks. Darren, you've got the Carolina Hurricanes. Ryan, you got the Montreal Canadiens. Daniel with the Tampa Bay Lightning. Bill, you got the Panthers. Elise, you got the Kings. Patrick with the Leafs. David with the Jets. Bill with the Flames. And Jason, you got the Senators. There we go. But yeah, I like Ice. Ice is one of those products that like design wise is always pretty solid, and then like content wise is normally good. I believe they're changing the format up to kind of what it was more in previous years. And I know I said on just on a note of upcoming releases while we're at it. I know I said Wednesday's break that it looks like Extended is gonna come out. I guess it'd be, what's the date? It'd be 2 weeks from now. It got bumped back a week, hobby at least. So retail was bumped back a while, but retail's been bumped back pretty consistently across the board. So we'll see if it actually hits the date of end of June. It'd be June 30th, but this is just me speculating. And again, everything about this is speculating, but given that they had the rookie cutoff of the 12th, like I went through all the checklists, all the rookies that debuted before then, and it really seemed like they were going to need to just naturally bump the deadline back, just because there weren't enough rookies to fill in the gaps. So unless they did like updated jerseys for like, or updated photos for like Laugh, for example, his young gun would have like his jersey number and action shot, which fair enough, but I think that'd be a pretty contentious thing as well. But yeah. And again, forgot to mention this at the start of the randoms, but it was mentioned in the break, I think, in the break notes. For artifacts, all the rookie redemptions will go to their assigned team. So like the, because the checklist is live, so any of the wild cards. So for example, we hit like, say we hit the SP rookie auto 3 again. That's Kaprizov. That goes to the Minnesota Wild. So that's just one of those things there. And then chronology. I don't believe that checklist is live. I will double check it. But yeah, I don't think that checklist is live still. So, because there are the XRCs. And, I mean, you can guess who you think they are, but because it's not final, we can't really do that. So, those get randomed off between everyone. And yeah, it is not live yet. I wonder when they're going to make those live. Same with the 3D rookies from OPG. Those were really cool. But, couple minutes for trades. Honestly, Nashville, not the worst. Not the worst. Not by no means are they like the best team, but you do have you do have enough rookies between the 2 years to be kind of like not the worst. Yeah, Islanders are middle of the pack. I mean, you got a couple rookies last year, which are good. And this year, I mean, you've got Sorokin in Series 2, so, like, you're good there. All right. All the rookies are good. There we go. All right. Don't see anything trade-wise, so let's get into the boxes. I think we're going to finish off on Engrained. So we'll go something like that for the hobby stuff, and then we'll go like 2 boxes of, I don't know, we'll figure this out. Yeah, we'll do 3 in 1, and then that's a good idea. I just need the better picture, so we'll do 3 boxes of Series 2, 1 box of Series 1, then repeat that, and that's the break order for today. Here we go. Yeah, hopefully everyone's having a good Friday. It is the weekend already. I mean, we got the conference finals, kind of. The conference-ish finals starting up. That's going to be, I mean, good hockey. The Vegas Colorado series was like, there are so many bad hot takes being thrown around about that series right now. And it's like, that was legitimately a conference final. Like you could argue that with the exception, like, Colorado and Vegas were 2 of the top 4 teams this year. Because, like, you could put Toronto up there. You could put Tampa Bay kind of in that same area. Carolina as well. So, like, but 2 of the top 5 teams. And for that to be, like, a second-round matchup just kind of sucks. So, but anyways, first pack. Let's go. Let's see some cool stuff. Reed Duke for Vegas on the rookie portraits. And I did not make space for base. That was a mistake. Actually, I did make space for base. Never mind. Award winners for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Because, you know, they won that Stanley Cup thing. But yeah. Seen a lot of hot takes about the playoffs lately, and it's like some of them are just so bad. My favorites are the ones that like Fiala for the Wild on the canvas. My favorite hot takes are like the players like, oh, like they just can't perform in the playoffs or they don't want it more than the other players. It's like, no. Like, guaranteed every single player wants the Stanley Cup the exact same as the amount. Like, within enough of a range that actually doesn't make a difference. Belzile for the Habs. Because, like, if you ask a player, like, oh, what do you want to accomplish in your career? Every single one is going to say, win the Stanley Cup. Like, that is everyone's single goal. They all want that. Like, that is every single player's goal. It's like one of the laziest arguments, and I hate hearing it constantly after like playoff series. Draisaitl for the Oilers on the award winners. My other favorite ones was like hearing. I think it was about Tuukka Rask, but it's like saying how he hasn't like. He's the best regular season goalie for the Bruins. Malay Young Guns for the Capitals. And it's like, no, he's just the best goalie for the Bruins in franchise history. And it's like, well, but like, it was one of those things that it's just like he's done good. And in the same sentence that they said like he can't perform in the playoffs, Gil Sen for the Devils. They mentioned that, like, you know, that if he wins Game 7, like, he goes down as the MVP of the playoffs for them easily. And it's like, you can't say that a player can't perform in the playoffs and in the same breath and sentence say that they would have been the MVP if they won a Game 7. Like, you just can't. Mikey Anderson for the Kings on the marquee rookie, the rookie portraits, and Brassard for the Islanders on the French variation. Like, you just can't. And the other one that actually kind of was like one of those weird things was the whole Colorado has too many small defensemen. And it's like there are lots of big defensemen who I'd rather face than smaller ones. Brome for the Red Wings on the Young Guns. Because, like, I don't know. There are lots of tall defenders who can't defend and also can't drive play and just end up in their own end a lot. But there are short defenders who, like, they're short, but they're good at winning puck battles. McAvoy for the Bruins. And it's, like, the little things that aren't quite noticeable until you're, like, looking at things under a lens. Like, slow motion type of thing, like ISO cams that you don't notice. And, like, I mean, Girard had a rough series, but he also had a lot of, like, bad luck. And to be honest, a lot of the Avalanche team, like, just had a rougher series. Mikkola for the Blues on the Young Guns. And let's also not take away from the fact that Vegas has legitimately, like, one of the best forward corps in the entire league. Well, except for you know, their center depth. Their center depth isn't good, but Hjalmarsson for the Yotes on the clear cut, by the way. But, like, their center depth isn't good, but I mean, you got Mark Stone, you got Pat Chiaretti, you got Marchessault, you got Smith, you got Carlson, you got enough players there. Oh yeah, like, the best thing about the expansion draft, like, the year after that, when they were talking about Seattle after Vegas, like, played, it's like, man, they're going to be exempt and they're going to take advantage of that. Kivlenieks for the Blue Jackets, like, they can go out and acquire all the players. They'll go out and acquire they could go out and acquire any player that they really want to and not have to fear about losing them in the expansion draft, right? So, Zach, I mean, yeah, that was just one of the biggest jokes of a question I've ever seen. Prisky for the Panthers on the portraits, but yeah. I mean, yeah, but the flip side is that, like, again, we're looking at things, like, the problem with the playoffs is that everyone puts everyone under a microscope under a small sample size of games, and players often play through it when they're hurt or suboptimal. And so, like, we don't fully know the health. Berdine for the Jets. Again, not an excuse or a reason, but, like, just the nature of hockey and the culture around it is that a lot of players play through injuries that, you know, maybe they shouldn't be playing through, so that, because, like, they might not be better than the person coming off type of thing. But, yeah, like, he didn't seem the best, but at the same time, that's just Vegas is a really good forechecking team. Atkinson for the Blue Jackets, like, Vegas is just a good team. And again, the same thing with Ryan Graves. I mean, like, he had a good overall year, but again, you wonder how much of that is being driven by him and how much of it, there's a laugh for the Rangers, is being driven by, the defenseman he's playing with. And it's kind of a probably, I don't know, like he's solid, but not 100%. And again, back to the playoff sample size thing, like in a 7-game series, like your odds of, or Lawrence for the Carolina Hurricanes, like how many times do players have rough 7-game stretches, 10-game stretches throughout a regular season? Like, and people kind of get a little bit like upset, but they're just like, oh, they'll bounce back. But if you have one of those in the playoffs, people just start attacking the players, and it's like they can't play in the playoffs. It's like, no, they can. They just had a rough series. Reed Duke for Vegas on the blue rookie. And I mean, same thing, like a player could get really hot for, 2-3 weeks, and all of a sudden everyone's singing their praises. And, everyone, like, hockey's really bad at overemphasizing playoff success. Hegel for Chicago on the rookie portraits. But yeah, like, it wasn't an upset. Those were legitimately two of the top teams in the league. Like, if you were to tell someone that was the Stanley Cup final for the year, like, after the regular season, no one would have had an issue with that. Mitchell for Chicago on the Young Guns. So, it was a great hockey. It sucks it was only a 6-round series, or 6-game series, and it sucks it was the second round, but no fault of anyone. So, but yeah, Colorado's in an interesting spot. So, Ellis for Nashville and Velarde for the Kings on the Canvas and Dazzlers, respectively. Like, you really just, it's one of those things, like McKinnon's post-game interview, like, he was honest and frustrated, and I mean, only one team can win the Stanley Cup every single year, and hockey being, fairly, like, relatively random. Keandre Miller for the Rangers on the Young Guns. Hockey being a fairly random sport, like, within reason. A couple bounces don't go your way, a couple calls don't go your way, and that can just turn the tide of a series. The craziest stat that I saw was, after game 4 or during game 4, like period 1 and game 4, Vegas only had one non-puck over glass minor penalty called, and that one kind of is like, really? Larmy for the Penguins on the red OPG rookie. Actually, it's Larmy, not a major name. So, like, just little things like that. But yeah, I don't know. Hockey's one of those weird sports in that regard, where everyone kind of holds playoff success a little bit too high, I think. Like, don't get me wrong, that's what you're trying to win, but at the same point, like, being a good team in the regular season is really impressive, and you have to be good in the regular season to get into the playoffs. So, I would like to see, like, I don't know how you do it, but a little bit more of an emphasis on the whole, having a good regular season is good. I mean, you do that with seeding, I guess, but, just a little bit more recognition behind that. Yellison for the Flames on the Young Guns, because I do think it is, it is important. It, generally speaking, an 82-game regular season shows who the top teams are in the league that given year better than the playoffs generally do. Larmy for the Penguins on the portraits. Because, again, couple injuries, just your goalie gets cold at the wrong time. There's a bunch of things that can go wrong in the playoffs, and it's just like, it's 7 games. If you drop 4 of those, you're done. Coughlin for Vegas. So, yeah, coaching is key, and you definitely do need the player buy-in, but it's one of those things. It's like, it's tough. Like, you got to have a good team to win. Parise for the Wild. I mean, look at Vegas the past couple of years. They've kind of like really good team, but then they just run into hot goalie after hot goalie, and then yesterday it seems like all of their bad luck running into a hot goalie disappeared in the playoffs. So Kurashev for Chicago. So it's just playoff hockey is just one of those weird things. We like love it, but at the same time, the reactionary takes that come out of it are weird. Vanacek for the Capitals. I mean, I'm guilty of it too. On that Vanacek's the retro rookie, but like at the same point, you got to kind of look at like long-term success. The same thing with like Taylor Hall isn't a playoff performer, or Taylor Hall doesn't know how to win. Taylor Hall had one of the most successful junior careers. He knows how to win. Mason Marchment for the Florida Panthers on the marquee rookie. And like a lot of this player doesn't know how to win stuff. I mean, look at Ovechkin. Like, how many times did he just run into the Penguins in the playoffs or the Rangers, and Lundqvist being the best goalie of the past decade? Nick Robertson for the Leafs and French variation of Fabro for the Predators. You just run into the wrong team at the wrong time and you're toast, kind of. It's just so funny how, I don't know, sport's weird in that regards, right? We put so much emphasis on that, like, tiny little segment that everything else gets thrown out. Stuart Skinner for the Oilers on the Young Guns. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the same people that'll be like, this one player, like, has to do better are the first people to say that hockey is a team sport. And that, like, you have to have all four lines going, that you have to have, like, stuff like that. And it's like, it's so funny just seeing all those arguments and points, and it's like, well, you just said the other day that hockey's a team game, and, like, you have to have all your four lines rolling to have success. So, like, if your star player is doing fine, is it really their fault? Hoffman for the Panthers on the canvas. So, Regula for Chicago. But yeah, either way, it's going to be some interesting matchups. I mean, you got Pacioretty versus the Habs, which I think is going to be fun. Always fun to have those storylines. Fluorescence coming up here. Is it going to be, let's go with Bowers for the Avs. I don't know if he's on the checklist. Ooh, almost. Kaut for the Avs. Right team, right position, wrong player. Well, at least forward versus defenseman. Almost a called shot there. And base on the rest. But yeah. I can't wait for the day where, like, we start getting some more less, like, emotional takes on how the sport should be, in a better breakdown of, like, why things happened. Send for the Devils. Because I think that's how your sport grows and evolves, and you get better. Like, you get better players, it gets more exciting and stuff like that. And one of hockey's biggest problems, honestly, is the fact that it's really, really, like, it's really hard for the star players to stand out every single game. Vanacek for the Capitals. Just because of the randomness of hockey, right? Again, a couple shots off the post, or, a missed pass, or, like, you hop on the ice and it's a breakaway the other way and you're on the ice for another goal against, or a shot goes off 3 shin pads in the net and you're on the ice for a goal against. People look at them and be like, oh, like, that player had a rough night, but it's just, like, just bad luck. Hellebuck for the Jets. So, it's one of the weird things with hockey too, right? Because, like, it's so hard to be consistently produce points as a forward night in and night out, because there's so many variables that go into it. Bergeron for the Bruins on the canvas. So, just figuring those out and, like, kind of looking at things long term, and also, like, enjoying the short term success while you can, because you don't know if it'll be the last time you get it. Barham for the Avs on the marquee rookie. I mean, like, you really don't know when when it could potentially be your last playoff run, whether it's, or like when it could be your last legitimate run at a Stanley Cup. So just kind of got to enjoy it while you can, and also take everything in realistically. Regula for Chicago on the retro rookie. But yeah, I am excited for the matchups. I mean, Tampa Bay Islanders, it should go the way of the Lightning, but who knows with the Islanders. Joseph Wolf for the Leafs. You can't count out a Barry Trotz team. I don't know how the Islanders have done it, but I mean, Barry Trotz mixed with Barzell, some solid defensemen, kind of has saved them a lot, I'd say. Bowers for the Avalanche. Well, we hit all the Avalanche rookies in this box. So that'll be an interesting matchup, though. And then, I mean, again, Montreal versus Vegas. That one's going to be fun. I think Montreal's probably... Uh-oh. That's a Stützle for the Senators. Like, Montreal versus Vegas is going to be a lot of fun. Just because of the storylines. I'd imagine that Vegas probably... Like, Vegas should, in theory, win that series. But I think it'll be a little bit closer than people give it credit for. Montreal is they are a fairly solid team up front. I will rant about Brendan Gallagher being underrated till forever, but Burns for the Sharks on the Dazzlers and Kiviranta for the Stars on the Young Gun canvas. Because, again, Gallagher is... I will forever defend that Brendan Gallagher is an elite forward at the NHL level. But, anyways, I think he is very, very good and very underrated in that regard. So, and just the rest of the lineup solid. Piniel for the Capitals on the Young Guns. So, that's an interesting matchup. I mean, and Vegas should win that, but yeah, just never know some days. Foodie for the Blue Jackets on the pink Dazzlers. I saw a breakdown. There were a couple breakdowns of like Price being so good in the playoffs, and it's like he just tries harder in the playoffs. And it's like, no offense, it's a lot bigger of an indictment on a $10 million goalie, because if he just tries harder in the playoffs, but he can't get to the playoffs because he doesn't try hard during the regular season, like, what does that kind of tell you about the player type of thing? And it's like, not that that's the case with Price. Like, I doubt that's the case. Because it's frustrating when you're not doing well in anything, right? So, but yeah, I'm excited for the matchups. I could see, like, yeah, I could see Vegas getting, like, having some bad luck again, but ultimately pulling through because they are deep enough to do it. The biggest question is probably their center depth at this point. But yeah, Boganski for the Blues. Yeah, I think Allen did help. Obviously, he's probably not going to be there next year, but who knows? Maybe he'll re-up on like a 1-year deal. So, Hack and Pop for the Ducks on the rookie portraits. Yeah, I mean, I still like Mattea on the Habs better than a couple of their defensemen, but Hedman for the Lightning. Like, I think Mattea's very good. So I'm glad he got opportunity in Ottawa. Looked really good in Ottawa. But yeah, you can't deny that, like, they're doing well. So Zucker for the Penguins. I mean, the biggest thing is probably when you see, Mark Bergevin's biceps. Like, if you lose, he's going to be walking down and angry at you, and those biceps are going to be speaking to you pretty good too. So Soderstrom for the Yotes, he is like just jacked. Like, those suits are made out of some of the strongest material in the world. Harley for the Stars. Yeah, the scare tactics of I mean, I wouldn't call them scare tactics. I'm joking here, but Just like he's just very, very like very, very fit. Kivaranta for the Stars on the marquee rookie. Yeah. Kurashev for Chicago on the rookie portraits, and Sunquist for the Blues on the French variation. Oh yeah, yeah, like it's a cool suit. It's just funny seeing like all the pictures of him over the years and just seeing his arms get larger and larger. Mitchell for Chicago on the Young Guns. They just keep growing and growing and growing. Also, I'm shocked Cody Glass has kind of been quiet. I thought he was going to be a little bit better than what he is right now. Corpusalo for the Blue Jackets. Speaking of running into a playoff performer. You know, you look at Corpusalo's stats this year, he wasn't that good, but you look at the bubble last year, and he was great. I just think he works out all the time. Shellman for the Sharks. He's probably in the gym more than the players. Or he's probably in there encouraging the players type of thing, you know? Ekman Larson on the clear cut for the Yotes. But he is just, his arms are huge. Calfoot for the Lightning on the Young Guns. I've opened so much Series 2 that I'm starting to recognize which Young Gun it is just by the left edge of the card. I think that's a bit of a problem. Ustimenko for the Flyers. Oh, I think after all that, I would stop getting confused on what's the Dazzlers and what's the Portraits. Zamula for the Flyers. Oop, I put that in the wrong pile. There we go. The Flyers are like sneaky, just okay in Series 2 because they have rookies and with updates, so those generally do well. Grubauer for the Avalanche on the canvas. He had a rough game. I mean, bad luck too with all the deflections and stuff, but not his best game either. Skinner for the Oilers. Yeah, who do you think's going to the Cup? I mean, a betting person would probably say it's a Vegas Tampa Bay Cup final. Ustimenko for the Flyers on the retro. And like that's who I logically think is gonna make it, but I don't know. It's just, you just don't know right now. McLeod for the Oilers. And like the weird thing is like favorites in a hockey series, it can be like 60-40, which means, you know, a good favorite is probably around 60%. Lorentz for the Hurricanes on the rookie portraits. And like that means 4 out of 10 times that team doesn't win the series. So like that's pretty likely to happen. Ty Smith for the Devils on the Young Guns, another solid one. It's just funny looking at like probabilities and stuff like that. I mean, like, yeah, they're the heavy favorites at not much of a favorite. Nylander for the Leafs on the canvas and Weber for the Habs on the Dazzlers. I think last week we got Weber with Marner in the same pack on the Dazzlers and canvas combo. Lankinen for Chicago on the Young Guns. And last pack of the box here. Ooh, we got a blue. This is to 25. Yeah, Larmy for the Penguins to 25 on the blue rookie portraits. There you go. Not the biggest name. Numbered 1 of 25, by the way. eBay 1 of 1. Obviously not the biggest name, but cool card. Numbered to 20. Again, anytime you hit a numbered card out of Series 1 or Series 2, you're normally happy. You know what we haven't hit in a long time is one of the like the MVP cards. Yeah, colors and contours from Series 2. We haven't hit one of those in a really long time. I just gotta make a little bit of room for base here. There we go. That helps. Alright. Alright. On to Series 1. Yeah, let me know your thoughts, your predictions for the conference finals. I mean, I would say it's gonna be Vegas, Tampa, but I mean, like, just logically, it's the two teams that make the most sense. All right, what young gunner? We haven't pulled a laugh in a while. Let's get a laugh here. Pulled a couple Jason Robertsons. We pulled a Byram. Let's pull a laugh. Voracek for the Flyers. I know we were talking about it like a little bit earlier on about the extended checklist. Just while we're talking about young guns here, Montreal, Tampa. I can see that, and I can see all of them. But yeah, DiPietro for the Canucks on the young guns. We pulled him a lot lately. The interesting thing about extended is that I think if they extend the checklist back or the cutoff back from the 12th to like the 24th, so just like 12 days, 2 weeks essentially, which is more or less what the product's been delayed. French variation of McKinnon for the Avs. Then you get, I think you get Zegras in there then, because he just missed that cutoff, which would be sick. But predominant of Sidney Crosby for the Penguins. Love that set. So like again, just logically looking at the checklist, it just makes the most sense to kind of delay it that extra little bit. They have a ton of rookies for next year already, on top of all the debuts for next year. Couture for the Sharks, on the portraits. I think we know, like, they've already said that Caulfield will be next year, so any player that debuted around Caulfield will be, or like around that same time, will definitely be next year type of thing. So you can kind of work backwards from there. Zuccarello for the Minnesota Wild on the NHL Worldwide. So, and it's like, that would give them a legit headliner for the product. Because right now it's like Kaliev and Logan Stanley. And I mean, that just doesn't inspire much confidence. So, Kucherov for the Lightning on the Worldwide. Like, if Logan Stanley's one of your quote-unquote headliners for a product, even though it's an update product and like there's other things to chase in there, like you do need to have the good young guns. So Shesterkin for the Rangers on the Dazzlers, just because that's kind of what it's probably going to end up being determined by, and what update content's included in it too, right? Like, are they going to use it as a couple like things here is SP Authentic note, like the notes on SP Authentic in previous years included that they were doing the update rookies. Vancheck for the Capitals on the Young Guns, another good one. They included, like, previous years it said that you get the Young Guns and there'd be updates in it. This year there's not, and that kind of leads me to the question, like, are we going to see the like the acetate, not the clear cut, but the like acetate, the slightly thicker Young Guns in extended, right? Robertson for the Leafs on the Young Guns, that's a solid one. I think that would be a good addition. Are we gonna see SP game used updates in extended? Are we gonna see trilogy updates in extended, right? Because like Hoglander didn't have anything in trilogy. And like, you know he's going to get something in Trilogy. And all the rookies in Extended won't have stuff. So it'll be an interesting product because, I mean, it hasn't been done before. So Bernier for the Red Wings on the canvas. And that's why I'm excited for it. I think it's a product that Upper Deck needed to have in the product cycle. Just because, you know, it's good to have that update product like Chronicles is for Panini. Liljegren for the Leafs on the rookie portraits. And because you can do some like legitimate research in it. So 21-22 Series 1. What the rookie crop for that, again, based on the holdovers, like, be interesting to see if Byfield and Caulfield both make it in there for that. But based off the holdovers, that's going to be a pretty solid product. Duncan Keith for Chicago on the UD game jersey, as all the base cards are stuck to it. Yeah, Caulfield, Byfield, all the fields. I mean, if Zegras isn't in Extended, then he is he's next year, right? But they could end up putting, you know, a couple of those into Series 2, right? So depends on how they want to play it out. Predominant of Tyler Bertuzzi for the Red Wings. Who else do you have? I mean, you have lots of good goalies too. You've got Swayman for the Bruins, who, you know, kind of surprised everyone, but he's going to be highly valued, I think, at the start. Spencer Knight in Florida. I mean, again, another good goalie. He's in Florida, so kind of a little bit worse value, but he's going to have some value behind him and some hype. Draisaitl for the Oilers. You got a French variation of Brassard, I believe. Skier, that was yesterday. They're both on YouTube. They should have both been for they were both yesterday though. They're all on YouTube. So Suzuki on the debut dates for the Habs. I need to update our Twitch tiles at a certain point. But yeah. Yeah, football was yesterday. So they're all up on YouTube now. So I think they took a little bit longer to upload just because it was a couple of videos. So no worries. It's kind of a little bit all over the place. Ooh, good Young Gun canvas coming up here. Peyton Krebs for Vegas. I like his game. He's good. But yeah, they're both up there. Both the breaks were good. The second one I think was just overall better in Mosaic. First break was better in Prism type of thing. We did hit a rookie Genesis though in the second break, so not a major name, but still it's a rookie Genesis. Those are super tough hits. Have we really only gotten 2 Young Guns so far? No, we've got 3 with Robertson. So we should have 3 Young Guns left. Here's one. These are just all stuck together. Reduke for Vegas. But yeah. Yeah, I was trying not to spoil, but yeah, it's Rieger. He is like those parallels are so sick. I said this yesterday, but it's like I wish Panini still had a hockey license just because they do like the parallel game is just unrivaled, so or unmatched. So Lindstrom for the Red Wings on the Young Guns. Yeah, I think back to the whole like holdover rookies for next year in 2021-22 Series 1 and like just the general rookie crop. There are, I think at last check, how many? I think it's like 85-ish technical holdover rookies. A couple of these cards are a little bit bent on this pack, but so they're all kind of stuck together here. Worldwide of McKinnon for the Avalanche. Like, no worries. It's fine if you type it in chat. But yeah, it's just like one of those things like when someone comes in and asks and it's like, I'll just try. I try not to spoil as much as I can if it's been like a day or two. But also, it's fun to talk about the fact that we hit, you know. Like if it was a massive card, oh, I'd be doing spoilers all day for that. McKinnon for the Avs on the Pink Dazzlers. Just kind of give a little bit of suspense still. Even though, you know, it's like Rookie Genesis in the title. Got to get that clickbait a little bit, right? Ustimenko for the Flyers on the Young Guns. I hate sticky base. Especially in Series 1. Oop. Especially in Series 1, it's like just grueling to open. Bushnevich for the Rangers. And last pack, we got all of our Young Guns. And we got the bonus one with the Krebs there. We hit a French variation. I think that was McKinnon. Shabbat for the Senators on the portraits. But yeah. Okay box, I would say. I'd say above average for Series 1. Because, I mean, the Krebs Young Gun canvas is good. Some of the Young Guns aren't great, but Robertson's solid. I mean, DiPietro and Vanacek are both solid, so at least for right now, they're both, like, promising. All right, back to Series 2 time. I do like this year's Series 2, though. It's just stronger than Series 1. It's more consistent. Yeah, it's more consistent. I'd say long-term Series 1 ends up being the better top-heavy product, because I think Laff will eventually outsell Kaprizov. You know, once Laff gets to the same age that Kaprizov is, he will be doing the things. And also, I think Barron will be a lot better than what a lot of people have him pegged as right now. Hackenpah for the Ducks. He just doesn't have a ton of room on that Colorado blue line, so. Stuart Skinner for the Oilers on the rookie portraits. Bobby Ryan for the Senators on the award winners. Atkinson for the Blue Jackets on the canvas. Yeah, I think what are some of the other big names in the next year? I mean, you got some higher picks. Like, there's a chance that Lucas Raymond comes over next year. Well, I think he is signed. So Krebs for Vegas. So, like, he'll probably be in Series 1 or Series 2. And that's a good player with a high pick. There's a lot of potential for really, really good players next year. Prisky for the Panthers on the retro. Make sure I haven't missed a French variation. For like ripping them open and then like kind of how we did retail, or for hobby I like doing it pack by pack just because it's easier to, you know, you have one hit in every pack and there's like just the little variations and it's a lot easier to not miss something that way. Regula for the Blackhawks. Next up, Belzile for the Habs. Series 1 is actually probably better for it, and French variation of Dubois for the Blue Jackets. That's what I'd miss more than more often is the French variations and stuff like that. DeRosier for the Panthers on the Young Guns. So they're harder to pick out, a little bit harder to pick out because they're identical. But in Series 2, they're at least normally like in the same slot, so that's helpful. Ellis for the Predator. Didn't we pull him already? I think we pulled him already. It's a little bit strange. Barabanov for the Leafs. Clear cut coming up. Subban for the Blackhawks on the clear cut. Third one so far, so we've crushed those odds wise. Lawrence for the Hurricanes on the Young Guns. Yeah, Carolina and Colorado are two of those teams that lost in the second round that like really you could argue that they could have gone deeper. Well, for the Leafs, I mean, even Florida. Florida played Tampa pretty well. Pull something from Anaheim. I mean, you got some hawk and paws. But yeah, I think your best bet is like Max Jones and next year's stuff. Harley for the Stars. Yeah, there we go. Backstrom for the Capitals on the canvas. Vanacek for the Capitals. They've been kind of good this break. Zagadulin for the Flames on the retro. Tampa Bay Lightning on the award winners update blue. Obviously for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Ingram for the Predators on the rookie portraits. They've been quieter than normal, I would say. Because there's Yossi updates and we haven't really hit any of those yet. Cousins for the Sabres on the Young Guns. There's a good one. If he can improve his in-tight game, oh boy. But yeah, it sounds like the writing's on the wall for Eichel to be gone from Buffalo too, which will be interesting because that's a weird one. Because the longer they wait to trade him, the lower his value goes, I would say. Larkin for the Red Wings on the canvas and Seth Jones for Columbus on the Dazzlers. Because, like, he wants surgery, and if you're going to give him the surgery, if the acquiring team is going to have him do the surgery and the rehab, like, I think it's, like, 6 months normally for it, like, on average. So, like, that's cutting into next year already, and you really don't want to. There's Cole Smith for the Predators. Like, you really don't want to have, a $10 million player, especially if you're trading assets from your current roster for him. Did we get a Colors and Contours? I think we just did. After I said we haven't pulled one in a while. Ustimenko for the Flyers to 250 on the MVP prospects. It is numbered. I think it's 69 of 250. It's hard to tell with these, but I think so. Just in case you're into your jersey numbers. He's number 67, I believe, so 2 off the jersey number. But still a nice card nonetheless. I love these cards. I like the look of MVP for next year too. I know we talked about it in a prior break, but just with the game cards and stuff like that, I think it's cool. And again, MVP, like, we pulled some nice cards from MVP the past year, so. All right, let's go. Let's see. I mean, we've hit some good young guns. We haven't hit Kaprizov. We haven't hit Laugh. So missing 2 of the bigger ones, but not horrible. Also, I'll throw up the team viewer just in case anyone wants that. I get this. Actually, no, never mind. I don't have water near me. I forgot to bring water. In my head, I'm just like, oh, it's a mixer. But then I remember, oh yeah, Sorokin as well. But then I remember that it's like, oh, it's a mixer. But then I remembered it's Series 1 and Series 2 in it. It's like, all right, I probably should have grabbed water. Mikolo for the Blues on the retro. Romanov for the Habs. That's another one that we haven't hit. Another good one. I think he's better than some of the defensemen in their current lineup. But again, they're winning, so... Actually, did he make it in? I'm not sure. I've kind of forgot now. Wool for the Leafs. It's been so long since they played. It's got a weird little chip in the back of that card. Hedman for the Lightning on the award winners. I hope he doesn't win the Norris this year. Like, he was not the best defenseman in the NHL this year. Malkin for the Penguins. You could argue he wasn't even the best defenseman on his own team this year. I mean, you could argue he was the 3rd best defenseman on his team this year, even. Soderstrom for the Yotes. That's one of those, like, lifetime ones. But, like I know he's nominated for it, but I hope it's, like, Fox, or at least Fox that gets it. I think he was overall the best, but Makar's there too. Kivlenix for the Blue Jackets. I would have had McAvoy way above him as well. Above Hedman, just because McAvoy needs some respect on his name. He's very good. Zamula for the Flyers, very underrated. Obviously didn't have quite the best of series against the Islanders, but again, like he is the biggest factor for Boston because their defense core isn't the best. Goulet for the Avalanche on the retired legends or retired player canvas. The good old Quebec Nordiques. Again, the cards always follow the franchise. So, for example, if we were to pull an old Winnipeg Jet, it would go to the Arizona Coyotes because that's the team that they became. And if we pull an Atlanta Thrasher, it'd go to the new Winnipeg Jets. Skinner for the Oilers. One of the most confusing parts about the NHL is the 2 eras of Winnipeg Jets and how like they've kind of like combined their franchise histories together. Byram on the retro for the Avs, nice one there. But yeah, I really hope that they don't legacy award Hedman to Norris. I mean, I have some of his nicer rookies, so in that standpoint, yes, but I don't think it'll drive up the value that much either. Skinner for the Oilers. Like, he's still very good, don't get me wrong, but I just don't think he was the best this year. Alex Shrew for the Sharks on the rookie materials. Been lacking on those today in Series 2. Kiviranta for the Stars on the marquee rookie. Portraits of Ingram for the Predators and Bertuzzi French variation for the Red Wings. So we've doubled up on some inserts. A little bit odd, but think we got a Crawley coming up here. Yep, Crawley for the Rangers on the Young Guns. Yeah, this offseason is going to be fun, though, with Eichel on the trade block. I mean, there's just lots of potential there, right? So, gonna be a fun one. The Nuge for the Oilers, he's, you know, set to sign with any team. You know, one of those players, like, drafted first overall, like, very good hockey player. Didn't quite live up to the absolute hype, but, like, very good hockey player. Legason for the Oilers on the Young Guns. Let's see a Kaprizov. Actually, we won't because we saw Romanov, but Harkins for the Jets. If we do see a Kaprizov, it'll be a parallel, probably. So, I mean, let's see one then, right? Just high gloss Kaprizov right here. Lawrence for the Hurricanes. Canvas of Olofsson for the Sabres and Riley on the Dazzlers for the Leafs. Pagansky for the, I feel like we've pulled him a couple times now. For the Blues though on the Pagansky. There we go. Lawrence for the Hurricanes on the red rookie. I liked his game. Seems solid. I know it's kind of like grittier forwards. Prisky for the Panthers on the blue. Oh, good forechecking guy though. And other big stack. All right, last box of Series 2 here. I mean, it's been okay. We've got one of the big young guns. Actually, I guess we got Cousins, Romanov. Yeah. Like, Lawrence is, I think he's one of those players, like, he won't ever probably get hobby love. But in terms of, like, player love, he'll get a lot. It's like Martin Nuke's another one of those for me, though. Like, he's a guy that... mind you, no, he'd be a guy that gets a little bit of, like, cult hobby love, for lack of a better phrase, just because he's so beloved and a unique character. Sorokin time, maybe? Alright, here we go. Let's go. Starting off with the young gun. That is Gage Quinney for the Vegas Golden Knights. I just want to see, like, a different big end young gun. We haven't doubled up on them, and in 6 boxes, it'd be nice to not double up on any, if possible. Lindstrom for the Red Wings on the rookie portraits. Zagadulin for the Flames on the marquee rookie. Sliding off the pile there. Braden Shen for the Blues on the canvas. Prisky for the Panthers. Feel like I've said that a lot. Dumba on the award winners for the Wild. Next young gun coming up here. Turkov? Yeah, Turkov for the Blues. Or Blues, Blue Jackets. Former Kelowna Rocket. Right? I think so. Yeah. Kivlenix for the Blue Jackets on the rookie portraits. Draisaitl for the Oilers on the award winners. Ooh, got a Young Gun canvas coming up here. Who's it going to be? Romanov? Nope, Belzile for the Habs. Right, Romanov's a different skating angle. Would have been nice to get Romanov there, though. But Romanov wasn't built in a day, so. Ustimenko for the Flyers. Sorry, that was a bad one. No French variation yet. So maybe hope for the Young Gun. Robertson for the Leafs on the retro. Yeah, those cards are going to look good foiled. The retro rookies. And the regular ones as well. Latunov for the Sharks on the portraits. Next Young Gun. Well, that's a good one. Höglander for the Canucks. So it's a unique one. I'm like happy. I'm happy it's a unique one. Tays for Chicago, Konechny for the Flyers, Canvas and Dazzlers respectively. So maybe we do have a French variation Young Gun coming up. Gross for the Yotes. Or maybe we don't. Maybe it's right here. Nope, it's a Soderstrom Pink Dazzlers for the Yotes. Blue of Sen for the Devils. Burke for the Arizona Coyotes. Ooh, we do have it. Harkins for the Jets. And oh, okay. Well, I mean, that's a nice. He's been following us lately. Holy cow! Kaprizov French Young Guns for the Minnesota Wild. I mean, you had to split that one out there. I think that was Robert. Yeah, Robert. You had to split that one out there. But you got him, and you got him in a parallel, so that's better than getting him in the base, right? That's our first time. That's our best French variation Young Gun that we've pulled. Obviously, it's the best one this year, so. But by far our best. Like, they've been really bad for us, so. That's a nice little card. Yeah. Good box. Really good box. Latunov for the Sharks on the Young Guns. 3 packs to go here. Raquel for the Ducks. Hey, there's a Ducks card. And I'm happy with Series 2 because we didn't double up. We got some big hits. Hegel for Chicago on the Young Guns. Like, we didn't double up on the big guys. So, like, for example, we didn't hit two Stutzlas and then, like, no Kaprizovs type of thing. I mean, at least we hit a Kaprizov variation. But Lindstrom on the Fluorescence for the Red Wings. And that finishes off that. So, Series 2, really good. Like, just consistent, as always. You know, that's all you can really ask for, too, from, like, Series 1, Series 2. Just consistent with a couple big Young Guns and a good couple parallels. I mean, we hit a Blue Rookie Portraits, a Kaprizov French variation. Honestly, we dodged the rookie materials, which is probably for the best. All right. Series 1 time. What are we going to get? That plastic peeled weird. Yeah, it's hard to believe school's almost out too. 2 more weeks left. But in terms of funny, I like to try to give funny cat updates, even though the cat's been really well behaved lately in terms of like not bugging during work hours. Because I've started to just do more sorting and work from in the office rather than out with her. Because she'll like to sit on my lap, and it's really hard to type with a cat on your lap, on a laptop. So, and also my standing desk is nice. All right, so Bella's Clear Cutter exclusives. Okay, we will try that. But we got a kitchen island in and debuted some Lickens for the Blue Jackets, and she is very. I mean, I'm very excited about that because now we have more storage and like actual cooking space. So. Very underrated part of looking at places, and something that I'll learn for the future is that make sure you have like some decent counter space so you can make food. Zamula for the Flyers. But anyways, we got a kitchen island finally put in, and she loves it because she can now jump on top of the fridge. And so we've kind of had our fridge blocked off from the regular countertop. But now she has 2 areas of attack, and this one's a lot harder to block off, so she's just having a heyday. Myers for the Canucks on the French variation. She's been up there once or twice, but I think she's kind of realized there's nothing up there and has stopped going up there, which was the intended effect at least. She's adorable. Nelson for the Islanders. Hey, there's an Islanders card. I mean, you said you weren't picky. You can write like Clear Cut on it and Bellows, and it's good, right? But yeah, she's hilarious. So, Eichel for the Sabres on the Worldwide. She loves to, whenever we turn the kitchen light on, because it like kind of just shines. It's like the little spotlight things. Canvas of Deneau for the Habs. It's like the little spotlight things, and so like they'll shine down, and like on watches, for example, like I got my watch on and my partner, she has her watch on. The minute that light goes on, she just goes to like kind of like right in between our couch and our kitchen, and just runs wild. Cuchero for the Lightning on the Predominant, and just waits for the light. That's all she does, and then you pull it out and shine it around, and then she just chases after it like a little maniac, and it's so cute and so hilarious. But she is the clumsiest cat I have ever met. Stamkos for the Lightning on the Dazzlers. Like, she'll just walk and sometimes like trying to climb on stuff, and she'll fall. I've seen her fall off her cat tree before and catch herself, and then like play it off by just pretending that she meant to do it type of thing. And it's like, you are a goofball. She knows it. McLeod for the Oilers on the Young Guns. That's a good sign, right? I think McLeod's a good sign. Belzile for the Habs. Wrong. First 4 letters being Alex player. I feel like McLeod sometimes just laugh. If my memory's not too horrible. Skinner for the Sabres. Yeah, I'm excited for the other thing I'm excited about with Extended is doing like our Young Guns hunt, except with Extended instead. Like, so Series 1, Series 2, and Extended. I think that'll be some fun breaks. Vasilevsky for the Lightning. But I don't know, given that it's a smaller checklist, I don't know if I'll quite do 4-4. I might do 4-4-4 and see how it does, or I might do like 5-5-2. I don't know, we'll see. Krebs for Vegas, that's a good one. I'm sleeving and top loading Krebs. I think long term he's a good bet. And even short term, probably solid as well. Really good player. And like actual good Young Gun photo. So jersey card, I think. Scheifele for the Jets. That was an interesting press conference. I've never seen a player like just pretty much turn full Joker Makar on the rookie retrospective for the Avs. Ooh, Young Gun Canvas. So we got 2 out of Series 1. That's pretty solid. And that's a solid one. This is a really cool photo. Robertson for the Leafs. I really like that photo. One of my favorite Young Gun Canvas photos. Like that, if you had like a, 16 by 20 print, that'd be a really cool thing to hang on your wall type of picture, Makar for the Avs on the portraits. No French variation yet. Zdeno Chara for the Bruins on the Worldwide. There we go. Ooh, yellow. Well, to 25, Brock Nelson for the Islanders. Okay, so, I mean, it's lower number than an exclusives. Are you happy now? It is lower number than an exclusives. We'll stand them. I think blues of vets are to like 15 or 5, so they're maybe 10, something like that. But yeah, rare pull, like tough pull. We need the big young guns though. That's what we want here. Kiviranta for the Stars. We got his young gun canvas, right? Yeah. Predominant of John Carlson for Washington. Did we hit a French variation yet? I'm second guessing because we got 3 packs left, so. Josh Norris for the Senators on the rookie portraits. 2 to go. Evans for the Habs. Honestly, not a horrible one to get either. Now at least. Start, probably not the biggest one, but. Kopitar for the Kings. Did we actually get a French variation there? I'm trying to think. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Krebs is the 6, so we got all of our young guns. Who was our French variation? Myers, right. It was Myers. We got it really early. Yeah, Habs have done well. That was one of the non-McLeod laugh boxes. Sometimes they run together. Because I think my case that I did had them together. So, all right. That is it for Series 1 and Series 2. Now we're into the hit section. But, I mean, lots of cool stuff already, which is good to see. So, let me just shrink this a little bit. There we go. All right, we'll start with the artifacts. Go Ice, Chronology, Premier, and end on Engrained. I think Premier does have bigger overall hit potential than Engrained, but Engrained just cool. Like, yeah. It's just cool. 912657. Also, the only artifacts box that's in the recycling box right now. All right. Rookie Redemption. Washington Capitals. That's Connor McMichael. That's a solid one. So I believe all of our hits will have one insert, same as the past few boxes, one insert on the right side as well. Duchesne for the Predators to 299. Yeah, most of the teams that had a big rookie did somewhat well. So, I mean, arguably the Rangers did the worst, but I think they still did okay. Patrick Kane for Chicago on the Ruby to 399. The Ruby Stars. Again, if you're new to artifacts, it's kind of like your base set, which is the kind of like this color, the brownish gold. And then your stars are your green, and then your retired players are your silver. And retired and stars are only available in numbered parallels. So, got a purple of Roop Hintz to 20 for Dallas. Dallas did somewhat solid, I would say. Out of 20, though. Nice card. Again, artifacts with all the parallels, especially purple and purple-blue. There is chipping issues on the corners. The cards in general have chipping issues, but it's slightly more than a typical year for artifacts, but nothing horrible at the same time. So, got a rookie. It's not Laugh, I can tell you that. Lucas Carlson, numbered 92 and 999 for the Chicago Blackhawks. I believe this one's miscut here. We'll do the check. Oh yeah, that's a big miscut. Yeah, the Stars have lots of rookies, and they've got a good one too with Robertson. So with Jason Robertson, it's like a jersey, rookie jersey. It's gold. Again, you can tell it's not Laugh. Latunov for the Sharks to $5.99 on the rookie dual jersey. You can tell it's Laugh just based off the hand hanging off to the side. This is you can tell it's green, so it's a Stars jersey. So I believe they're numbered, they're lower numbered. I want to say 135, 145 for Fleury for the Vegas Golden Knights, and that's a Vegas jersey too. So cool to see. You know it's Vegas because it's gray. And last pack, no patch. Honestly, oh no, it's in there. I'm gonna say it looks like we're missing a card. Oh, it's an Autofax. This is gonna go one of two ways, either really good or really bad. It's neutral. Hayden Fleury for the Hurricanes. Honestly, like probably a top 15 player on that Autofax checklist. So if they're a team is probably going to keep in an expansion draft, that is a good Autofax hit. I am not joking when I say that, because that checklist, it's one of those checklists that's like, I'll always say this every single break we do it, but it's cool because you get players that rarely have autographs, but at the same time, like, you don't really want one of those taking up your hit slots. So, but Fleury's not bad. And there's some potential there. So, all right. Feels a little thicker than normal, but as always with ice, we'll put the ice rookies on the top. Hopefully we can hit an out of 99, but I feel like we're going to get an out of 499 as our best one today. Green of Forsberg for Nashville. And $12.99. Kaskisuo for the Leafs. I believe he signed in Finland. I think. For next season. Super nice guy, though. Very involved with NHL esports. So, price for the Habs. And we'll do Jack Hughes for the Devils to $9.99 on the Sub-Zero rookie. Not a bad one there. Devils, oh no, you got the Ty Smith, but nice little Jack Hughes. I love the Sub-Zero set too. It's just really, really nice cards. And $4.99, Rupsov for the Flyers. So, not the best ice rookies, but ooh, we got a it's probably one of the jumbo rookie relics because you never really get an autograph in the first pack, but can be wrong. Pietrangelo for the Blues. And as for the Islanders, Wahlstrom on the rookie jumbos to $1.99, number 33 of $1.99. Again, the super thick jersey cards. Not the biggest hit, but still a cool one. What do we have here? We got a bonus Sub-Zero. It's a rookie too. Sagan for the Stars on the green. And Blake Lizotte for the Kings, $2,999. And last pack here, another thick card, so that's a good sign. Don't know what it's going to be. Ooh, it's sideways. Oh, this could be good. Oh, this could be really good. Kachuk for the Flames. Oh, yeah, that's what you're hoping for. Ice Premier's rookie patch autograph to 10 of Ilya Mikheyev for the Leafs. That is, these are like the go-to RPAs from Ice. They're really tough to hit. We've pulled some really nice Mikheyevs, too. We pulled his high gloss not too long ago. So nice one there for the Leafs. Again, normally the patches are a little bit wilder on it, but it is the Leafs logo, so like that is probably as wild as you're gonna get for a Leafs patch. But really, really good pull there. Who had the Leafs? Patrick. There you go. Think you're in the chat too. So super nice card. Really rare. So the Leafs are just solid. Like they're just solid. They got good rookies. But yeah, that's a nice pull. That honestly, as much as I love the Kaprizov, like the Kaprizov will probably outsell this. It is just such a rare pull and one of the most like, I don't know, at least for me, it's one of the more iconic rookie patch autos to get. Just like one of the more sought after ones, just because they're so hard to get. So like that's legitimately one of the cards when you're opening up Ice. I think I talked about it at the start that you're really hoping to hit. So. All right, chronology time. I mean, we haven't hit one of the franchise history ones, so we don't have a random yet. So let's give myself a random here, right? Decent thickness. Decent thickness on this one. Could be good, because that'll let you know. Ooh, we got something patchy, I'd say. Something patchy. Maybe a diamond. We'll go 2 off the back, though. 2 off the back. Aaron Miller for the Kings on the autograph. For the Yotes, Ekman Larson on the Letterman, $235. Rookie of Kirby Dach for the Chicago Blackhawks. Not noted as a rookie, but it is rookie year to $222. And, well, that's another player that's been following us a little bit too. Cam Atkinson, patch auto for the Blue Jackets at 25. Nice card. 3-color patch, dirty patch too. So, nice card for the Blue Jackets. They've been quiet. Or like quietly solid is what I meant to say. But nice, like Doc rookie to 222. Always solid. And then obviously, again, patch auto to 25. Solid player. Obviously not the biggest resale value, but nice looking card. These are, again, I really, oop, as we knock Stützle over, he falls down. Here, we'll let you go there. Okay, let's just get to the next box before we knock all the stacks down. There we go. Here, let's actually slide these over. There we go, because I know I'm going to have to top load more cards, so. There we go. No, Stützle's still fully in the light. There we go, that's better. Yeah, nice front row here. Like 2 low-numbered cards. Honestly, Army, you can get replaced with the Atkinson. It is a nicer card. Even though it's, I mean, I'd argue that it's not as rare, but it's nicer. Patch auto, like hard signed to 25. Always nice. So, I'd say like solid box of chronology. Not the best, not the worst. Premier feed, it feels a little bit on the thicker side. A little bit on the thicker side, so that's good. Definitely 3 patches. All right, I'm just going to figure out the order for this. Well, that goes last. So then these 2 come to the front. Ryan, you are good at predicting stuff. Pedersen for the Canucks to 99 on the Premier swatches. Nice little jersey card there. For the Tampa Bay Lightning, good one here. Going to be a really good box for you. Matthew Joseph on the rookie autographs. Love his game. Super solid player. I believe these are kind of like 75 points. So, actually, will they fit in these? Or are they too thick? Yeah, they're too thick for that. So, this will go in 100 for now, and then I'll try to mostly a snug there. Good one there. Barkov for the Panthers to 299 on the base. And Trevor Moore for the Leafs to 299 on the rookie. And well, that's a beautiful rookie patch auto for the Lightning. And good name too, actually. Verhaeghe to 149. Nice 1, 2, 3 color, 4 break. Really, really nice rookie patch auto there. For the Leafs, because why not? Trevor Moore, rookie auto. 299. Is that like Leafs in Florida? Kind of dominated by one division. Actually, the only card in this box, not from the typical, what do they call it? The not the Atlantic. It's the Atlantic division. Is the Pedersen jersey. So you can guess what the last card is. I'll let everyone sweat a little bit for it, but we're gonna need one of those. But nice patch auto there. I'm sorry, Nelson. You get superseded. And honestly, like, let's just make a little bit of room here. It's a horizontal card, so I'm gonna have to put it somewhat in there. Carey Price on the Premier Attractions patch auto to 25. 3 color patch on card auto. That's 1920. Again, a little bit of chipping on the edges, but nothing major for an on card patch auto. That's a beautiful card. And great timing. Ryan, there you go. That's Ryan. Yeah, Ryan Leong. Yeah. Well, I got to make a little bit of room here because that was a really, really strong box. And I just grabbed the 180, but that was a really strong box of Premier. Like, good rookie auto, good rookie patch auto, and great vet patch auto too. So, wrong Ryan, ship it to you. I mean, you'll probably save for a price, but look at that lineup, by the way. Pretty solid little lineup there. All right, Engrained time. I mean, like, pretty crazy break. Obviously, I think at the end of the day, the most valuable card is probably going to end up being the Kaprizov, but the Mikheyev Ice Premiers out of 10 is just nasty. This is a really thick one. Do we have a carved in time auto? I have been wanting to pull one of these the entire time we have opened it. It is second. Oh no, I got decoyed, I think. I think it might be one of the plates. I think I got decoyed there. Rip. Anyways, I've been wanting to pull a carved in time auto the entire time we've opened this, but we don't have one. But we have something pretty good still. Cogliano for the Stars on the Remnant Stick Gold to 65. Synthesis of Patrick Kane for Chicago. Just the base synthesis. For the Avalanche, Patrick Waugh to 299 on the base. And rookie, I think is it Rosewood? Connor Clifton to 10 for the Bruins. A little bit of chipping on the one edge, but that's pretty common. Nice out of 10 rookie, though. Brady Keeper for the Panthers to 249 on the signature shots. And Zach McEwen for the Canucks on the rookie auto. And yeah, that's a pretty solid honorary engravings of Wayne Gretzky for the Oilers. You get to see my face in the reflection. So this is like wood card with the plate in there. Numbered, so close. 89 of 100. That's a pretty good end to the break. I mean, obviously not quite the, like you'd hope for ink, but still super, super nice. These are very, very nice. They're heavy cards too. So, yeah, I think that was a good break to end the week. I mean, Stutzla Young Guns, the Kaprizov French variation, Price on-card patch auto to 25, Mikheyev Ice Premier's patch auto to 10, the Verhaeghe's a beautiful card, the Atkinson's beautiful, the Gretzky's beautiful. What more can you really want, right? A heck of a break. Thanks all for coming out. Thanks all for hopping in it. I'll go through again. No shutouts here. If you do have like a shutout, then I'll make sure you get an overtime pack headed your way. But yeah, I think for the most part it was fairly even. So yeah, take care. Again, thank you all for coming out. Thanks for all the fun this week. Let's do it again next week. See ya.